I just got out of the theater after watching Spider-Man Brand New Day, and honestly, I'm still trying to process everything I experienced. There are some movies you enjoy, some movies you admire, and then there are movies that remind you exactly why you fell in love with a character in the first place. For me, Spider-Man Brand New Day is one of those movies. Before I say anything else, don't worry, this review is completely spoiler-free. I'm not going to discuss any plot points, surprises, cameos, or major moments. If you haven't seen the movie yet, you can watch this review safely. Now let's get straight to it. For me, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. That's a huge statement because Spider-Man has had so many incredible films over the years, but this one connected with me on a completely different level. The first thing that stood out to me was the emotion. This movie understands who Peter Parker is. Spider-Man has never just been about swinging through New York or fighting villains. At his core, Peter Parker is someone who keeps moving forward no matter how difficult life becomes. That heart is present throughout this movie, and I felt connected to his journey from beginning to end. Tom Holland gives what I believe is his strongest performance as Spider-Man. You can see the growth in his character, and every emotional scene feels genuine. Whether Peter is smiling, struggling, or facing impossible situations, Tom Holland makes every moment believable. He doesn't just play Spider-Man, he feels like Peter Parker. One thing I absolutely love is the balance of the movie. It knows exactly when to slow down and focus on the characters, and it also knows when to deliver those massive superhero moments that make the audience cheer. The emotional scenes never feel forced, and the humor feels natural instead of interrupting serious moments. That balance is something many superhero movies struggle with, but this film gets it right. Now let's talk about the action. Without spoiling anything, the action sequences are spectacular. Every swing through the city feels smooth, fast, and exciting. The choreography is creative, the camera work keeps everything easy to follow, and every major sequence feels unique. Instead of repeating the same ideas, each action scene brings something fresh to the table. The visual effects are also fantastic. The movie looks beautiful from beginning to end. There are shots that genuinely made me stop and appreciate how cinematic everything looked. Whether it's the quieter scenes or the larger action moments, the visuals constantly enhance the experience. Another huge positive is the pacing. The movie never felt slow to me. Every scene feels like it's moving the story or the characters forward. I never looked at my watch because I was completely invested in what was happening. That's always a good sign. The soundtrack deserves a special mention as well. Music plays a huge role in making emotional scenes even more powerful, and that's exactly what happens here. The score fits every moment perfectly and adds even more weight to the story without ever becoming distracting. What impressed me the most is how much heart this movie has. It's easy for superhero films to focus only on action and spectacle, but Brand New Day never forgets that Spider-Man is first and foremost a character people love because of who he is, not just because of what he can do. This movie reminded me why Spider-Man continues to be one of Marvel's greatest heroes. He isn't perfect, he makes mistakes, he struggles, he keeps going anyway. That's what makes Peter Parker so relatable, and I think this film captures that spirit incredibly well. Another thing I appreciated is that the movie feels confident in telling its own story. It doesn't rely only on big moments to keep you interested. Instead, it builds emotional investment in the characters, which makes everything feel more meaningful. As someone who's watched Spider-Man movies for years, I walked into the theater with high expectations. I wanted something fresh while still respecting what came before it. In my opinion, this movie delivers exactly that. It feels familiar in the best ways while still offering a new chapter that stands on its own. Without discussing any specific scenes, there were multiple moments where I was smiling, completely invested, and just enjoying every second. That's a feeling I haven't had in a long time from a superhero movie. If I had to mention one small thing, it's simply that everyone will have different expectations. Some fans may prefer a different era or a different version of Spider-Man, and that's completely fair. But for me personally, this movie gave me everything I wanted from a Spider-Man story. So if you're planning to watch it, my biggest recommendation is simple. Avoid spoilers. Don't spend hours scrolling through social media looking at clips or reactions. Go into the theater with an open mind and experience everything for yourself. I genuinely think the less you know beforehand, the better your experience will be. Overall, Spider-Man Brand New Day exceeded every expectation I had. It delivers emotion, incredible performances, exciting action, beautiful visuals, excellent pacing, and a story that reminded me exactly why Spider-Man has remained one of my favorite superheroes for so many years. For me, this is an easy 10 out of 10, not just one of the best Spider-Man movies, the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Of course, that's my personal opinion, and I'd love to hear yours after you've seen the movie. Do you agree, or do you still have another Spider-Man film at the top of your list? If you enjoyed this spoiler-free review, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more Marvel and Spider-Man content, and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.